Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Still not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Maybe one day. Good afternoon. Today is the 11th of November and this is part 13 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2023 NEC Classic Motor Show sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if I fall over, if I get interrupted by announcements. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. We'll start off at the Mini-Me Classic Mini Specialist here with this 1275 GT. I'm not entirely sure what year this is, or even if this car is the same as the one in the picture. It could just be a replica or something. But that is interesting. 1275 GT seem to be quite popular these days. Leads on nicely to some British Leyland products, the Austin Maxi Owners Club. We've got three cars on display here. They're all 1750cc cars. This one is an early rod change car, 70 to 71 on a J. The original Maxis had a cable change. That didn't really work out very well for them, so the rod change models, which have a facelift on them, were introduced a little bit later. Seems to be quite popular on this little corner here. But we've got this brown car. I've seen this many times, this one. 78, 79 on a T. Also a 1750. And we'll go around and look at the back and see if this is a fancy one or just a straight 1750. They did make various trim options on them. We've got information sheets here, that's quite handy. It's just a 1750. And it's a 79. The 79 Maxi that I prefer though is this one, which is a 1750 HLS. It's got all the options available on it. This is before the Maxi 2 came out, which was in 1980. It's owned by a gentleman by the name of Graham, who's got mirrors and mirrors, which is good. We'll go on now to the Midland Vehicle Preparation Society. Another Jensen Healy, second one of the day. This is a Mark II, 1974. That looks in very nice condition, doesn't it? Then we've got MGA 1960. Standard MGA rather than a 1600 or a twin cam or something. And then a Triumph TR6. Originally would have been registered down in sort of Bournemouth area, this one. Yep, there we go, I got that right for once. 74, this one. Static seatbelts, not my favourite here, I must admit. I'm not a fan of static seatbelts. Austin County's Car Club. This looks like a sort of A70 or something like that. Maybe I should go and read the information sheet, viewers, before I sort of have huge amounts of ignorance. Yes, it is an A70. We'll look around the corner at the information sheet to tell us what year it actually is. There we go. Except it doesn't say. Oh well. But this one. 48, there we go. Oh, this is from a Great British Car Journey. I didn't realise they had this. Oh yes, of course, it's for one where you kind of see the roof is not as smooth as the rest of the car. Like up here, you can clearly see that. Even on video you can see that, which is interesting. And they've got a little Christmas display in the back, sledge thing. It's the Woody Day. A70 Hereford Countryman Woody. This one, again, I don't know exact year of it. Never mind, viewers. We'll get there, won't we? So, Wolseley Owners Club here. This looks really like an Austin Champ, but it's not. It's an FE 1801 Mudlark. I have never seen one of these before. This was the prototype for the Austin Champ. It was built 52 to 56. Yeah. I don't think we'll ever get to see one of these before. Again. Wolseley Hornet Mark III. This will be 68, 69, one of the very last with the sort of plainer doors. Wolseley 680 1951. I mean, that looks rather nice, doesn't it? My attention though has been drawn to something behind it. The Rolls-Royce Employees Motor Club has this 1993 Lotus Carlton on the stand. And no, it's not 40 RAR. Everybody asks about 40 RAR, and it's not. It does have a very nice looking engine anyway. Raleigh RM Club. Unless we've got information sheets for you, so I won't be able to tell you what type of RM any of these are. They all look the same to me. I know they're not, but they all do to me because I'm unintelligent. 1953 Raleigh RMF. I think this is one of the later ones. 1953. Originally a police car in Devon. Personal car for Sergeant Edward Richards. OD old Devon plate. Riley Pathfinder 1956 with that engine design. I think with Gerald Palmer, I think the name of the designer was, from memory. And we'll go this way, viewers. We'll have a look at some more Austins. So that, yeah, it's an A30 by that tiny little rear window. 1954. It's got a 1098cc in it. Originally had an 803. A bit faster. Ooh, a tiny little pickup. Isn't that very sweet? Yeah, that'll be an A35 pickup. It's got this slightly different grille on it. And then we've got one of the vans which had some alloy wheels fitted to it. That's a 1964, that one. Made until 68. Hobbs automatic. I never knew they made an automatic A35. Let's go around this way a bit and have a look at that, because that's interesting. 1957, wow. I didn't realise. What does it look like, this automatic gearbox selector? It looks very much like a normal manual one. How very strange. And we've got an Austin A40 Farina, owned by somebody from the Rusty Nuts YouTube channel. It doesn't say what year it is. Obviously you can go on the channel, can't you, have a look at that channel. A couple of other Farinas. Oh, that's a Countryman one. Not all of them were Countryman, some of them were just a saloon one. This is a Countryman now. 61 Mark 1 with a wavy grille. And there we go, very practical little car. Obviously the one that's really kind of pioneering one is the Alta Bianchi Primula, which is 64, which had other features rather than just a little hatchback. Right, so we're on the Allegro Club stand with this incredibly early 73 Allegro, which is in top gear. And yes, we'll have a look at the Quartic steering wheel whilst we're here, because why not? There it is. I have driven a Quartic steering wheel Allegro. 74 that one is. A bit later than this one. This one's been on the seat for a year, doesn't it? Allegro 3 Estate. Have a look at the back of that in a second. So 7980. And then, ooh, wow, that's a really rare one. 1750 SS, I think this is. Wow, yeah, it's 73, 74 registration. Let's have a look at this. Obviously, it's the 50th anniversary of the Allegro this year. It's a yellow interior as well, and a Quartic steering wheel. My goodness gracious me, this is very special indeed. It actually looks sort of blue on film, but it's actually green in real life. Yeah, 74. It's actually made in 72, but it's just 74. So It's a 1.3L estate, but it's exciting. I've driven an estate recently. It was a 1500 Series 2 Allegro, which is obviously 3. But there we go, very nice. Oh, good afternoon.
Hello Joseph, how are you?
I brought somebody to meet you.
Have you?
He's in there. He's in the bag.
Okay, I won't rummage in your bag.
No, that's probably not bad for it. But this is a super sport.
Yeah, it's very rare. And it's the earliest Allegro chassis number. It's even earlier than the VRF, I think.
That's amazing.
Even though it's an Emirates, it's a very, very early car, that one. I don't know much about it. But
That interior is crazy.
yeah, it's opera.
I've never seen one of this colour.
Colin, the owner, actually said the interior used to be brighter than that. It's faded a little bit. It used to be brighter yellow. You wouldn't think it would get any brighter, would
I
you?
don't know why you'd want a yellow interior on a car.
I don't know.
Just the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the ADO16.info stand, catering for all versions of the BMC, later BL ADO16, which means 1100 and 1300s. It's got a 2-door Mark II MG here. I presume it's a 1300. Very nice, the sort of wheels on this. It's similar to the 1300 GT wheels, so 68, 69. I presume it's a 1300. Ooh, a Vanden Plas. I do like a nice Vanden Plas, yes. They are most agreeable. I prefer a lighter colour interior, but this will do. This to me looks like quite a late one. One thing you don't get in a Vanden Plas, which you do get in the Riley, is a rev counter. This is the, it's the 1300 version, maybe it's right the way through to 74. And then this one's 67. This looks suspiciously like 1100, probably a Mark 1. But there's so many versions, it's all so confusing, but it's wonderful. There we go, some footage there. So from hydroelastic to hydrogas, and the Princess 2000 HLS, so that'll be a Princess 2. The new engines came in I think 1978. Yeah, that's it, 1978. This one is a 79. You could also get 2200 HLS, which I have driven actually. That one is owned by Alan, who I don't know if he's here today. It's a very nice cars. 1980 to 1981 Princess 2. They finished production in 1981. The Ambassador wasn't actually launched in 82, so it was like a bit of a gap in production. We'll have to somehow get round the back of that. I can't even see from it. This is a much earlier one. This is, I think, would be the original sort of shape. Maybe this is a 1.8 or something. This one. Oh no, it looks a bit posh of that. We've got sort of vinyl rear pillars and things. Yeah, I can't see, unfortunately, viewers. I do apologise, but the backs of the cars are sort of hidden. That is a 2000 as well. Let's now go on to the next stand here, which is the Morris Minor commercials here. Minor LCV. 68, 69. Interesting sort of custom job, that one. Another even more custom job here. They never sold us for minor in terms of the vans. They were just sold us for the Morris 600 weight or something. Later on, the Austin 600 weight after 68 when the A35 van was discontinued. That's a Series MM originally, although it's not an MM now with that engine in there. Of course, you can fit enormous engines to a minor, even though they never really did. The biggest one was a 1.1. That's got a Ford engine in it. Does that mean it's an Austin badge one? It's wavy grill bars. Perhaps it's an Austin grill. It's a very late one, 71 only on a K. 1965 sort of homemade pickup thing here. Let's look at this information sheet. Can I read that? So it's 1275, bought at 1293. A bit faster then than when it was new in 1965. And this has some crazy wheels on it. Oh, an information sheet, excellent. 68 minor van, but it's been made into a pickup. Oh dear viewers, I do apologise. We better get out of here. We can't talk about that on the channel because we don't talk about diesels. Thank you, Mayor of London and Council Leader of Birmingham, and all your friends around the country for your television to clean air zones. This looks like the Land Crab stand. This one's a Wolseley. I've driven a Land Crab, a 68 Austin 800 Mark II. That's a Wolseley 6, so it's be a 72, one of the sort of earliest of them actually. They came out that year. That one's on a K. It's that manual one, yeah. The ignition switch is in a very strange place on these cars. Morris 2200, a Mark III, I think this one would be. 72. So with the B series in it. But another Wolseley. Is this the is this 6 again? Yes, it is. We've got two Wolseley 6s, and this is such a lovely 70s period correct shade as well. Is this an auto? It must be. I can't actually see the gear lever. I think that's the gear lever on the right hand side there. That must be an automatic. Excellent. Huge amount more Morris Minors, like more than Morris Minors I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Must be quite a late one, that one. It's got sort of aftermarket mirrors on it, which probably does sort of affect it. I don't know what year that is at all. I would say check the steering wheel, but that's been changed as well. And we've got side repeats on this. I have a feeling this has probably got a more modern engine in it, but I wouldn't be able to say for sure. Two-door minor here. This will be one made between probably 56 and 61 with the clap-hand wipers. It'd be a 948, probably that one. And then another one of the commercials. We've got all the sort of variants here. We've got the van, got the Tourer, those are really valuable. Got Miranda Minor, that car that pops up everywhere. Again, sort of 56 to 61 approximately. Miranda Minor. Let's not crash into things here, viewers. Yes, again, which must be sort of this particular theme of this year. We've got the sort of ones with the clap-on wipers. Series MM here, so this one is 1949. Wow, it's old. MG Octagon Car Club, one of a great many MGs here, MG clubs here. 1953 MG TD Mark II. This will be a TF. 2054 TF with the 1250cc X-Pag engine. I think I know this type of MG very well. This one here. It's a VA, Tickford Drophead Coupe with a beige leather interior and wood. Very nice. I do like a nice beige leather interior. MGTB, made in I think only in 1939. Had to stop production because of the war, I think. 1951 MGTD. That's rather nice as well. Morris J-type van. Originally owned by Royal Mail. 1956. So this is a side valve one. They did have an OHV engine a bit later on, I think. Got a couple more here. They actually badged them as Austins as well. I've never seen an Austin badge one. Actually, there are two here. I don't know how they would have marketed those. But yeah, the later ones also were badged as Austins. And when the J2 came in about 1960, they were a very different type of thing from those. Morris register here, very sort of older type stuff, mainly pre-war on this stand, I think, which is nice for some people. I'm not really very knowledgeable about these myself. The new Morris 6 Series 2. Imagine that's from the late 30s. Then we've got another Morris 6 information sheet, thank you very much. 1933 Morris ISIS 6, that's a very impressive looking car. Oh, thank you autofocus for jipping out. Morris Minor Family Saloon, this is from the early 30s, sort of like a rival, I think, really to the Austin 7, and I think the Big 7 actually with this. This is a 4-door. And this one is Morris Major, Morris Minor and Morris Major. Saloonette, whatever that means. Fabric body. Ooh. 1100 clubs. We've got 2 clubs for the owners of the 1100 and 1300s. And a very, very nice 1300 GT. It looks really similar to the one I drove at Great British Car Journey earlier on in the year. But it's not the same one. This is a 1970. And we've got a police specification Austin here. 72 1100 2-door. Yeah, the police use loads of those for some reason. Can't remember why. One with the Morris Minors. I think we've got another 1300 GT here. Is this the one that was at the BL Autumn Rally back in September? Because that looks extremely nice. Yeah, that is beautiful condition. Everyone seems to love the Morris and the Austin 1300 GT for some reason. My favourites are probably the Rileys and the Van den Plaats, but everyone's different, aren't they? So we've got to the Burton Ford stand here. Got a nice Escort Cosworth. This is 1993. This is quite an early one for Escort Cosworth. Then Mark II Escort 2-litre pre-facelift. Not sure if you got a specification of this. I do apologise for this, my camera just shut off for no reason just then. I don't quite know why. But yes. Very nice Mark II Escort, Ford UK fleet plate 76, 77. RS 1800. There we go. Yeah, 77, I think. Burton Performance modifying Fords for quite a long time. Since 1953, in fact. Got a Corsair here. That's unusual. Corsair GT. Before the V4 engines came in, this is 64. V4 engines came in, I think, in 66. Yeah, 1500 GT, 2-door right-hand drive UK spec. That's a rare car, but not very valuable actually compared to some of the Fords. Classic Restoration Scotland Limited. Got a Ford V8 pickup here, and whatever this is. Yeah, something. Worst commentary ever. Right, here we go. Look at some incredibly old Morrises here. I think Morris Motors started about 1913, so 110 year anniversary. Bowden of Tyseley. So this is 122, it's 101 years old, but chassis was used and then it was rebodied and sold in 23. How strange. This looks like a really, really old one. The oldest Morris in existence. Latest Sterling Moss has been shown sitting in it, so that should be a 1913 then. And then a Morris Cowley, this will be from the 20s. Yes, maybe 28. Went to that old tax disc there. MG Owners Club stand. The midget here. '73, '74. And we've got an MGB GT. This would have been a bumper car originally. 78, 79. Very, very orange looking. A much brighter looking car in the video than it is in real life. Sort of beige interior as well. I thought they had cloth interiors by then. But this car has been extensively modified actually from original specification. Yeah, LED lights as well. And we've got some information sheet. This should help. 1946 MGTC. I'm just moving the sheet. I'm not touching the car. Purchased as a runner in September '69 for £110. It's a bit nicer it does in that photograph now, doesn't it? Exquisite, really. MG 7011, that's handy, isn't it? MGR V8. Very, very nice views. This one, dark green with a beige leather interior and wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Be about 94, 95, something like that. Another MGR V8, 2004. Sorry, no, I do apologise. X-Power SV. It's getting late in the day, isn't it, viewers? Terrible, terrible information. This is like the 5th one I've seen at the show. There's tons of them here for some reason. For such a limited production car, there's absolutely loads of them here. Registered by MG themselves, I think. MG Rover. BX plate, classic Europress registration. That one's just an SV rather than an SVR, by the way. And then we have the MG 1880 Mark II Saloon, registered in 1930. MG, the early years. Interesting. So we're now sort of entering the dealer section of the hall here. Look at the Sally Sports Car stand. It's the last one I'll probably do in this part. We've got an MGA here. Do we have any prices or anything, or is it all too expensive so you don't know? Oh, we've got prices. 1957 MGA Roadster, £37,500. 1972 MGB GT in almond green. Previously used for the development of the SLE GT 2200, 4-speed overdrive, 1950cc stage 2 engine, £13,500. 1962 Austin Healey Sprite race car, £19,950, just corrected the price. 129 miles and horsepower. What a Lotus Cortina. Is this a real Lotus Cortina? Yes. 1965 Lotus Cortina FIA race car. Orange white with green. Large history file. Wilding cage, new belts and fire system. All in date and ready to race. Excellent. 1964 MGB FIA racing car. £39,500. Got a Quay fluid slip differential, a Sally 1850cc engine, a bit more power. And we've got some very tasty cars. Living Daylights vibes off this one. A little bit earlier, I think, than the one that's used in that film. 83 rather than, I think there's an 85 the one used in Living Daylights. Vantage V8 Vantage X-Pack spec, £149,000. Manual gearbox as in the one in Living Daylights. 2000 Aston Martin DB7 Vantage, sold £23,950. Probably one of the more affordable ways into Aston Martin ownership. 2007 Aston Martin Vantage Roadster, £32,000. Onyx black with obsidian black leather interior. However, we found something that I prefer here. 2000 DB7 Vantage Volante, Mendip blue, parchment over blue trim. Basically a beige leather interior with blue bits and some wood, which are manual as well. Very nice views. We appreciate things like this very much. And then we've got something originally rented by Stratton. We've got that sort of Rover 75 style number plate shape as well. Information sheets over there, so we'll take a look at that. 2010 Aston Martin DBS. Actually, I've just noticed it's got a beige leather interior with wood. Some very nice wood as well. How much is this then? £84,000. It's a bit beyond my budget, I think, viewers. We'll have to leave that one alone. Nice though it is. We've got an early MGB here. It's a pull handle one actually. It's that's rare. 64, I think this one is. And it's got the 1950cc engine. £34,000. Simply the best example, apparently. Right, well, I need to go and make simply the best exit to drop this bag off now. So thank you ever so much once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like to leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more incorrect information.